can't just have my bed to myself. You're the best girl. You're my best girl. I love you. You're a sook and I love you. She's lying on a pile of diapers. Thanks, Peppa. Hello, everybody. Welcome back to my little room for another diaper review. I hope that you're all having a very nice day. Okay, today we're doing a review of the bamboo. That's not anything. Holy moly, give me just a moment. I'm gonna calm myself down. Bambino Cloudee. I can read. I mean, I can remember simple words. Okay, so we're doing a review on the Bambino Cloudee. So these were in my unboxing that I did a while ago. And I'm doing a review of them because I've got some things to say. So this is what the product looks like. I've already shown it to you. It's a teal all over printed nappy. This is Bambino's very first all over print nappy, because usually they're all like, they're white and they have the printing just across the front of here. And I think they also have the, as of now, they also have the, it's like second generation, is it no, the Magnifico I thought was all over printed as well. Give me just a minute, do some research. Bambino all over print diaper. Okie dokie. Features our first all over print. So their website says that the Magnifico was the first all over print. But the Bambino website also says, if you look up Bambino Cloudee, okay, it's not the very first all over print diaper. That does go to the Magnifico. They are not telling fibs. It's their first ever full color diaper. So yeah, they're usually white with some pattern all over them. That's kind of like their bread and butter. That's their, I don't know, I suppose the thing. That's what they're known for. But they're branching out. They're doing more colourful things, which I'm always a fan of. The first impression that I get from this nappy is that it matches my little room. So it's the same colour as the curtains, but it's got pink, white, yellow, purple accents. Pink, white. There's white on this blanket that I'm sitting on. There's yellow on this blanket that I'm sitting on. I've got yellow stuffed animals. I did have a stuffed duck somewhere and he has waddled away. Disappointing. But I like it just for the fact that it matches my little room, which always a positive. I'm not the most, you know, sort of matchy person out there, but the idea that I can match what's on my butt, because I have it on as well, that I can match what's on my butt to my surroundings, it just makes me feel quite fancy and a little bit more put together than I would normally feel. Let me see. So it says, their website also says that they hold the same amount as a Bellissimo as well, which is quite like, that's their diaper that's known for holding the most, I'm pretty sure. That's the front waistband, back waistband as well, and it's a pretty wide waistband. It doesn't have a lot of give to it. It's not as tight a waistband as a couple of other nappies that I've tried, but it's still there, still useful. Like this is a size medium and they are pretty wide. What else have we got? We got double leg gathers. So this one isn't, and it's not as tall, like the leg gathers aren't as tall as other nappies that that I've tried in the past. And yeah, so my like initial observations are they don't look like this absorbency panel here. It doesn't look like it extends super far into the wings, and I'm always a fan of nappies that have that as a feature. In the back, obviously it's a little bit better. It extends further into the wings at the back, but it's still quite a small absorbency pad. I think that might come from the fact that I've been spoiled for diapers, and I've been lucky enough to try a whole bunch of different brands, but I was just a little bit surprised to open this up and see that that the pad seemed quite small, because they're known as like a powerhouse of a nappy that will hold something like 6 litres of pee. But yeah. So that's about it for my first impressions, other than the fact that it's very toot. Gotta say that. That's important. That's an important factor of it. I like the pattern. Sweet Fetish just popped over before and let me know that she very much does not like the pattern, because I was just holding one up and she points at it and she goes, "Ugh, that moon!" So there's the moon. It looks like the moon out of Soul Eater. Like, I'll give you guys a bit of a warning if you haven't watched that particular anime or read the manga. In about 5 seconds, a picture of the moon is going to pop up in this corner up here, and it's a bit creepy looking. So 5, 4, 3, 2, close your eyes if you don't like creepy moons. 1. Yeah. The resemblance is uncanny, right? Bambino moon, Soul Eater moon. And when she pointed that out to me, I couldn't stop thinking about it, and I'm like, is the moon on my diaper about to eat me? I've never actually seen Soul Eater, so I don't know what the moon does, but it looks like it's apt to do a big chomp on you at any given time, which, ooh, yay! Okay, so I wore these for about, I don't know, maybe 2 weeks. Just so that I could do a review on them, and so I could give you my honest opinion about what I thought of them. So I'll do the pros first. Pro number 1, I've already said, it matches my room. And this is my favorite, like I said in the unboxing video, this is my favorite color palette. So I really like pastel colors. I know the pink and the purple and everything on here aren't pastel, but I think it adds like a nice pop of color to have a bright on the nice, you know, like tealy mint green kind of. No, it's more teal than mint green. It's a teal background of a nappy. They do, in fact, hold a bunch. I wouldn't be able to tell you exactly how much they hold. Maybe I'll do that as like, I know I mentioned earlier in an earlier video that we were going to do diaper science. So I'll do some science one day and I'll figure out exactly how much a diaper can comfortably hold before it goes all over the place. The other thing is, for the pros, that the tapes are really good. So yesterday I was out and about and I had a bit of a tummy attack, but luckily enough I was close to a bathroom and I had just put on the Cloudee, so I didn't want to take it off because that felt like a massive amount of waste. And also, trying to take off a diaper when you're in like a public restroom, they don't always have bins that are big enough to fit a diaper in. And I didn't really want to leave a brightly patterned, pretty diaper in a public bathroom just in case somebody saw it. I don't know, it was just a weird feeling, I couldn't do it. So I pulled it down like a regular pair of underpants because I was I was in a rush. Let's not mince words, I was definitely in a rush. So I pulled it down, and then when I was finished, I just pulled it back up again like a regular pair of underpants, and I managed to adjust the tapes so that it wouldn't be, you know, saggy, fally downy while I was doing the rest of my stuff about town. And I was a bit skeptical because in the past when I've had tapes that are like these guys, the system that they have is the thick plastic on the front, the landing zone that the plastic tapes grip to, and they're just your regular sort of Bambino tapes, not the hybrid tapes. And I've had a difficult time getting those kind of tapes to stick before, but I guess these guys are quite good because I managed to reseal them and they stayed in place. And they advertised on their website that their tapes are refastenable as well. So I will say, yes, thumbs up, they are refastenable, they're good. By the time I got back home, though, I did have quite a lot of chafe, like at the top of my legs, which leads me to my first con. So whenever I wear these, I get chafe. I have a couple of theories. My first theory about why this is because the crotch is quite wide. So whenever I wear a nappy, I do the fluff out thing so that it's so it's softer, so that it holds more, yada yada yada, so that it fits more snugly in between my legs. But I've noticed with these ones, so the plastic it's just the plastic that's around that's the whole nappy is made up of. But for some reason, it just feels kind of sharp on the edge of the crotch area. And because it is so wide, it kind of sits in a funny spot when I'm walking around. So they're okay for just sitting in bed, having a nice bed day, but I don't think that I would be super keen on wearing these if I was going to be out doing errands, because I've got some pretty bad chafe. I have been wearing these around the house today and they feel okay. I think it might just be sore from yesterday, but yeah, they're weirdly chafy, which is disappointing. The second one is the tapes are really close together. Not necessarily a con, just a weird observation that I noticed. So if you look at, let's see, what do I have here? Excuse me, can I borrow this one? Pepper? Sorry. She's sitting on my other diaper that I had to, can you get up? She's refusing to get up. Peppy. Peppy! Peppy, I just need this. And I can't grab it because you're so heavy. Okay. So if you look at the comparison between these tapes, tape here, and if you look at tape here, they're all kind of, they're closer to this end, and there's not a lot of space in between the two tapes. So you kind of end up having to like have the front of the nappy significantly lower than you normally would. If you're wanting it to be like a uniform tightness around your waist. That's just a thing that I observed. Not inherently a con, it's just an interesting way of placing tapes. The other thing I noticed is that because it's an all over colour, there's no wetness indicator, and so wetness indicators aren't something that I would usually pay a lot of mind to, but recently more and more nappy companies have been coming out and they have like innovative new cute designs for wetness indicators, and I was just a little bit surprised that Bambino aren't doing this. But again, not a con. So really the only con that I can actually concretely say is that the crotch is just a little bit too wide for my particular body type, which doesn't make a bad nappy at all, just makes it not a nappy for me. Final observations. So would I buy these again? I don't know. See, I don't know if they have enough going for them just on the basis of I like the colour and that they hold a lot. I think there are other nappies out there that I could possibly buy, like even other Bambino nappies that I could buy that I prefer the pattern of, like the teddies. I love the teddy patterns. I love the pattern of the Classico with is that the one with the blocks? Yeah. So I prefer that pattern, honestly, over this one. I think that might have something to do with the fact that I sort of gravitate towards vintagey sort of patterns for when I'm feeling particularly little. I'm not super keen on modern patterns, which is why I like these knitted blankets, I like cloth nappies, I like the frilly kind of dresses. I only ever wear modern sort of fashion if I'm not feeling like a baby, if I'm feeling like maybe like an older little. I like modern patterns when I'm feeling like an older little. And I don't know that I would like to be wearing like a full-on diaper if I'm not feeling like a baby little, if I'm feeling like maybe a toddler little or a slightly older little. I'm explaining this very, very poorly. Would I buy these again? I don't know if I would, so bear with me. I like them in the sense that they're nappies and I like nappies. There are other brands and styles that I like better, so I don't think that for me this nappy can get by on, it can't just skate by on its looks, because I do think it's cute even if I can't get the image of the Soul Eater moon out of my head. I think that they are cute, I think that they hold a bunch, but I also think that there's other patterns out there that I think are nicer, that hold just the same amount. Like I like the Bambino Classico pattern as just an example, and they hold pretty much like the same amount as the Cloudees do. I like, it's just a puzzle. Like when I first got these, I fully expected to just love them so much, and I'm just looking at them and going, well, yeah, they're cute, and yeah, they're a good diaper, but I don't think that I would say that I would purchase these again, which is it's an odd feeling for me. I haven't done a negative review. It's not even a negative review, but I haven't really come to the conclusion that I wouldn't purchase a nappy again in a really long time. I think it's just a combination of it's not fitting my body type super well, and the pattern not really fitting my little aesthetic. I know that I say in the beginning of the video that the colours match my little room, but I think the pattern's just a wee bit too modern for my particular tastes, because I like old-fashioned-y sort of patterns. So at the end of the day, like, this nappy had probably just as many pros as it did have cons. Like I said, the only major con that I could identify is just that the crotchet's just a little bit too wide for me. That doesn't make it a bad product for just in general. It just makes it a product that I wouldn't necessarily buy again in the future. Because while I do like the overall appearance of the product, and I like the fact that the tapes can be counted on to be refastened, especially for a person like me who needs to be able to get in and out of a nappy from time to time, I just don't think that it's for me. Odd. But if somebody were to offer me one, it's not like I would go screaming in the opposite direction, because it's not a bad product. It's just gave me the chafe, and I have a hard time forgiving products that give me the chafe, because I haven't had chafe in a very long time. It makes me really cranky. Do you have anything you'd like to say, Peppy? She's asleep. I feel like you guys should be the judge. I'm not judge, jury, and executioner. Like, it doesn't super matter if I wouldn't buy the product again if it's your very favourite. So yeah, don't let me put you off trying new diapers or making up your own mind about things. You're allowed to like stuff. Well, I found a duck. He doesn't really go with the aesthetic of the room too much because he's got red. It's a little bit too ostentatious, but I don't begrudge him that. He's from a company called Scentsy. Whee! And you might be able to tell by the name of the company that he smells good. So these cuddly toys, they're called buddies. They're called Scentsy buddies. and he has a little pooch in the back of his back. I'm undoing it now. So it's called Just Breathe, which is, I'm pretty sure it's lemongrass and eucalyptus. It's borderline addictive. It smells amazing. I also have another stuffed toy that's by the same company, and he has, the scent that he has in his back, he's a snail, and the scent that he has in his back is called Newborn Nursery, and it just smells like baby powder. And the good thing about all of their smells that they have, they also come in like wax melts, they come in, they have like scent diffusers that are fan based, so you pop the little disky thing in there and it makes the whole house smell like it. So if I'm having a little party, then I'll put on the Newborn Nursery scent in my little room most of the time, because I don't know, I think I'm the kind of little that gets put into little space by multiple different like senses. Sight is one of the things, so if I see this sort of thing, I immediately start feeling, this sort of setup rather, I immediately start feeling super little. If I see a big pile of blankets, because I'm aware that that's like, it's gonna be soft, it's gonna be a nice thing to touch, I start to feel little. And if certain smells make me feel little. This scent that's in Donald right now is called Just Breathe, like I said already, and that's really good to help me with my anxiety. But the Newborn Nursery scent makes me feel really little when I smell it, because obviously it smells like baby powder, it smells like changing time. If you want to have a look at these or any other like cuddly pals that they have, then I can drop a link in the description box below, and you guys can check that out. Oh my goodness. I've got so many layers of things on my head, it's like, it's giving me a very mild headache. It's the mildest headache. It's a lemon herb option at Nando's version of a headache. Okay.